Hey guys, we are back after a short break there. This is round 2, I believe, after we won round 1 against Humans. Yes, okay. So, just wanted to take a little break. I still wasn't feeling the best. Still not feeling 100%, but just didn't want to be coughing and crap all over the recording. So, we will play first here. This hand's not great, but it's not the worst. I mean, I've got 5 lands, which is pretty excessive for this deck. But I am on the play. I've got a Tech Edge, which doesn't matter a whole lot, but it's more of a spell than anything. And I have basics, so like, I mean, it's, you know, I'm not going to be taking a ton of damage from my lands. And I've got a Thoughtseize, so I could start like disrupting him, and then like if he's playing like a creature deck or you know anything with guys in it or whatever, then Supreme Verdict, I should be able to buy enough time for it. This is really close. I think that this hand is a mulligan, but I'm not 100% sure. This is really it's pretty tough. I'm gonna keep it in the dark, and I guess we'll just see how it goes. I just like that I'm able to, rip my opponent's, best card out of their hand, and then hopefully go from there. Alright, so we are playing against, looks like Panza. That, or maybe it's like a Genesis Wave infinite combo type deal thing, I don't know. But, let's see. So what's bad here? So turn 1, he's gonna play Land Sprawl, go. Then he can play Garrick pretty soon afterwards. So he could play Courser. I don't really care about like the creatures and stuff. I'm actually almost inclined to take the Utopia Sprawl here. Whatever I take is, available to get back with Ewit. So I mean, like, he could just go turn 1 Sprawl, turn 2, Ewit, like if I discard the Garrick and then get it back. There is some consideration for if I draw another discard spell in the next turn, that I could take the Garrick now and then take the Witness later. I think that taking Sprawl is actually my best bet, though. I think that just shutting him off of a turn 1 play that accelerates him is going to be my best route to victory here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. It might not be Panza, it might just be a green rampy kind of deck, because Panza is usually red-green, but there's white here, and they're not playing stuff like Devoted Druid from what I gather. I don't have the most experience against it, so I'm not 100% positive, but so yeah, so he's not getting a red duel. So alright, so he drew another Sprawl at the top, and then he's gonna play named Black. That's interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna crack Flooded Strand for an island, just save myself as much life as possible. Play Serum Visions. Alright, Lingering Souls is good, I'll keep that on top. And then I'm going to ditch the Creeping Tar Pit. This hand is not panning out great. I've drawn several lands in addition to the lands that I've already had. So, it's not going great for me. I will be able to Verdict to clean up a little bit here, if I so choose, but I'm not necessarily sure if that's a good idea, because he's got that Garrick. So I think maybe I just play this Polluted Delta and then play this Lingering Souls and just try to make him overextend a little bit, and then I can punish him with this Verdict. So he's got an Ewit in his hand, plus the one that was on top of his deck. Alright, so I'm getting Primal Commanded, which is fine. And he's gonna get Vizier, Remedies, and cast it. That's fine. And he's gonna make infinite mana. Okay. So you can Ewit back the primal commands. I'm just gonna F6. I know what he's gonna do, so I'm not really worried about whatever. He's going to just cast Primal Command to put lands on top of my deck, and oh, he just does have Walking Ballista. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just concede. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, so definitely want these verdicts. Sphere is good. Surgical is close, but it really just shuts off Eternal Witness, so I'm not, you know, super worried about it. Counter Squall is going to be good for Primal Command and stuff. Let's see. Okay. So maybe I should have verdicted on this one that I could, but I got kind of greedy, I guess. And I figured Devoted Druid was in his deck maybe just to do, you know, just as a way to ramp from 2 to 5, you know, because they do cast Primal Command, so I mean, that's a pretty reasonable line, you know, just go ahead and, you know, play turn 2 Devoted Druid, turn 3 Primal Command, you know, searching for a value creature or whatever, so. But it looks like he is playing, obviously, the Vizier and the Walking Ballista combo, so. Alright, so we do want verdicts. Detention Sphere is good just for kind of additional removal and mopping up things. Now Geist is decent, but not great. I like that Geist can pressure Planeswalkers, but it's not the best against stuff like Courser of Krufix, and he's got plenty of, you know, Vizier and, what's it called? The Eternal Witness to just block, so it's not outstanding there. As for cuts, I think I'll cut Jace. It's kind of slow. Collective Brutality is pretty good, as I can kind of steal stuff away from him. I don't think that Liliana is great, because it's tough. Liliana is pretty good, but I don't know what to cut here. Actually, this was pretty close. Maybe just trim 4 Serum Visions. Because I don't really have a whole lot of time to like set up, and I want to just be able to whatever. But this is such a good card. Gideon of the Trials is generally bad against go wide strategies also, so maybe I just trim a couple of Gideons and trim Liliana and the Serum Visions and just go like that. This is kind of I've never really played against this iteration of this deck before, so sideboarding is a little bizarre. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna keep this, and I think I'm just gonna lay the pit and pass. Inquisition's not great because a lot of his, you know, spells that I want to take that I care about are, you know, they cost 4 and 5 mana. But I may be able to snipe like a Devoted Druid or something right now, so. I Concealed Courtyard's okay, actually. So now I can go. Let me play the Courtyard first, and then Inquisition him, so I can see what I need to play around. Alright, so he's got Arbor Elf. See, I would love to just snipe this Primal Command here. Alright, so this is a new card. That's pretty decent. It's not great though. Because I'm not really targeting his creatures too much, and I'm just going to be wiping them. But, I mean, obviously I will be targeting his creatures, whatever applicable, but this is leaving green, so he's got double green. Arbor Elf is going to be a problem because of being able to untap Utopia Sprawl. And aside from that, he really doesn't have a whole lot. Nissa just gets walkers. A creature, land, or walker. Okay. That was just walkers and creatures. So, I think this is the problem with not Serum Vision first. But obviously it's right to see what he's got so I can know what I need to dig for. I've got a counter squall for his primal command, so I'm not really worried about that. Shaper Sanctuary I don't really care about. So it's really, well, I mean, Oath in this I don't really care about. So it's really between the Arbor Elf and the Shaper Sanctuary. I think just for the sake of cutting him down on ramping, I'm going to take the Arbor Elf. That's actually really tough, I think. Because I'm going to be able to cast Serum Visions now. And then I can I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the Sanctuary, actually. Because this is just, I feel like this is just going to be a more annoying card in the long run. I'm gonna have to answer it, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it with a Detention Sphere before I can start picking off this creature's removal. So, and I'm gonna be casting Serum Visions too. So if I find something like a Path or a Fatal Push or whatever, then I can just get rid of it without having to worry about that. Plus, I've got the business card that I need to take care of the Primal Command. All right, so this is an interesting split. I picked up Fatal Push, which is great. So that was perfect for taking the Shaper Sanctuary here. I have a Path on top, but he has no other creatures. So, and I've also got Supreme Verdict and Detention Sphere in my hand, so I don't really need Path, so I'm going to bin it. The question is, do I keep Thoughtseize on top? Now, I'm slightly pinched on lands because I don't have another land after this, and I know I'm not going to draw one next turn if I keep his Thoughtseize on top. However, being able to nip his Primal Command preemptively is probably better than, like, leaving up Counter Squall. So I'm going to leave this on top, and I'm just going to ship. So I'll be able to next turn go... like land Thoughtseize, and then I can either leave up Counter Squall if he has like more business, or I can just push his elf. So bird, and he's got a green floating, so he plays the elf, and that's fine. I think I'm actually just gonna use Thoughtseize here. I know the contents of his hand minus one card. Alright, so he's got Chameleon Colossus. So I'm going to rip this command out of his hand. And leave him with Chameleon Colossus and Wooded Foothills. So I can play this flats. And if I don't find an answer to the Chameleon Colossus, I can always just de-sphere it. Otherwise I can... I mean, if I don't find a land to cast a Supreme Verdict, then I can just play this Detention Sphere. So right now I'm just going to pass right here, leaving up this Counter Squall. Alright, so he drew a Tireless Tracker, which is mildly irritating because he has a fetch land, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. However, this is a card that I am able to Fatal Push, so I will do that. Alright, so he can poke me for one, which he does not choose to do. I'm going to get white-blue with this land. Because I've got double black, and I've got double blue, and this will be double white. So no. And then I will Fatal Push the Tracker. I'm going to save my Supreme Verdict for when he casts the Chameleon Colossus. So he's going to get another clue here. So he's playing red. So he could crack both of those clues at the end of his turn. Did not draw the land that I needed, so I'm just going to leave up Counter Squall because he's going to draw 2 cards plus his draw step, so I want to be able to hammer his Primal Command should he cast it, or should he find something threatening that I need to be able to counter. So I can go ahead and Ancestral real quick at the end of my turn, and this is Ewit. Okay. So Ewit is going to grab what? Tracker. Okay. So I have to imagine he's drawn another fetch land, so he's just going to keep getting advantage with that. Yep. Alright, well I can't do anything about that. Okay, so now I'm in an interesting situation. I know he's got a Chameleon Colossus and he's got a Tireless Tracker. I think that the play that I'm going to make after drawing Snapcaster Mage is going to be wait until combat, play Snapcaster Mage, block Eternal Witness, and then after combat use the Fatal Push to kill the Tireless Tracker. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but I mean that's really my only option. And then hopefully he just doesn't really draw much, and I can just use, I can find a land for my Supreme Verdict and then kill his, you know, Chameleon Colossus plus whatever else he's got lined up over here, so. So I'm going to likely take 5. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he had to, that's right. I forgot he had to. Lands tapped for that. Oh, God. Alright. I have to counter this. I can't let that result. It's too frightening and I don't have a way to reliably answer it. So he's just gonna crack blue. I don't know if he had like guttural response or something. I'm gonna take 7 this turn, which is pretty bad for me. He at least cannot add anything else to the board, which is good for me. Second Snapcaster Mage, which doesn't do anything either. Really just gotta pass again and do that play that I had mentioned before. And he's got another Garrick, so yeah, this is not going well for me. Plays Eternal Witness. Getting back a fetch land to use with the tracker. Sure. Alright. So play Snapcaster Mage. Target Fatal Push. Probably just gonna grow his tracker in response. At this point it's likely possible that I just want to chump the tracker because I really can't afford to be taking like, you know, 5 damage, but if he cracks both clues I go to 3. I mean, I don't know, not a lot I can do in this situation, period. I think preserving my life total is likely a better idea, especially because I have this Verdict, because as soon as I hit a land I'm going to be able to do it. So if I were to take 7 going to 3, if I draw a fetch land, then I'm, you know, like really in trouble, because if I needed to like shock myself for whatever reason I wouldn't be able to do that. So I think just preserving my life total is fine, because all this crap's going to die anyways. Hopefully he taps off his Chameleon Colossus here too. That would be ideal. Because if he casts the Chameleon Colossus, then that means that I'm able to use Supreme Verdict to kill everything. Great. Alright, so I'm going to Fatal Push this tracker. Chameleon Colossus enters the battlefield, and I draw a non-land card. And then he can just use Garrick's Overrun to kill me, so I can't win this game. Oh well. I mean, it is what it is. It happens. There's nothing I can do. If I de-sphere this or whatever, he ultimates Garrick and I take 10 just from these guys alone. If I play Snap Visions, I can jump here. Yeah, he just ultimates his Garrick regardless, and then I'm just dead. So Liliana of the Veil, he just sacks a bird. If I... Yeah. Yeah, so playing Colossus. You should have held it because it's a difficult against a threat. I wouldn't have had a problem answering it though. I mean, I had you know, D-Spirit to take care of it or whatever, and then you know, continuing there. Yeah. Yeah, that the Garrick top decks were pretty fortunate. Plus the multiple trackers. Wait, he says. What? Just control walkers and show him some Liliana overview. Maybe he'll sacrifice his okay, we're dead. Alright, we'll be back for the next round.